What is going on, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Upper 90 YouTube channel. In today's video, we are talking about Everton sacking Rafa Benitez. This really shouldn't be too shocking, but we don't really know who they're going to be bringing in, which is going to be the real issue leading forward for Everton. Stick around as we dive into 5 different managers who could possibly be taking this position. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of the Premier League. I am very biased towards Chelsea since they are the best club in London, but today's topic happens to be on Everton since they just recently sacked Rafa Benitez. Now, if you didn't see, they ended up losing to Norwich this past weekend, which grants them definitely the necessary to fire or get rid of Rafa Benitez. I think this manager just has not been working out for this club. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but going into this, I think everyone thought that this was a terrible decision because Rafa Benitez had so much ties to Liverpool, and as you know, Liverpool and Everton definitely don't see eye to eye, and the fact that they have former legend from Liverpool come and take over for Everton, it almost looked like it was just a bad move in general for Everton. Now granted, Rafa Benitez had a massive history of winning multiple titles, not only for Liverpool. He won with Chelsea, he won with other clubs outside the Premier League, but again, this didn't seem like it was the right fit. And to top it all off, they just sold one of their better players, Luca Digne, right before sacking the manager. Now, if you back it up just a little bit, there was issues with Digne not starting at all, and the board decided, you know what, it's time we sell this player. And then they wait about a week later and then sell or get rid of the manager, which shows you that this club right now is not running the way that it should be. Now, like I said, in today's video, I want to talk about 5 managers who I think could possibly be the manager. Now, a few of them most likely are not going to happen, but again, there are some ties to them out in the media, so that is why I am mentioning them. Now, Everton currently are sitting just above relegation. They have Watford in between them and relegation, so they do have a little bit of a buffer. They also have a few games in hand, but the way things are going right now for Everton, they are really getting close to that relegation zone, and a club such as Everton really shouldn't be in this position where they are right now. So let's talk about the 5 managers who I think could take on this role. Now, the first one happens to Martinez, who is the national coach for Belgium. The reason why I have picked him is because the news outlet has said that he could be an option, though I don't think he's a very high quality option for Everton. World Cup is coming up later this year, and I think Martinez has a very solid team with Belgium. They're technically still in their golden year. Maybe they can finally win something, but again, the World Cup is always difficult for any team to win, even if you're having your golden generation. So therefore, I think he's going to be pushed to the side and not actually going to be an option, but I had to mention him because, again, he's been in the news for this role, but I don't see him leaving Belgium anytime soon. So that leaves us with 4 actual real options then. The first one is Wayne Rooney. Now, why I think Wayne Rooney could be a very good fit is because he's been working very, very well at Derby. Now, if you didn't know, Derby got a bunch of negative points for a whole lot of issues going on with their administration, their board, and all that stuff. So they were sitting bottom of the table, and Wayne Rooney has somehow brought them above, and they are now in second last place, which again doesn't seem like a whole lot, but for a manager to do this for a club is massive. And if they not had been deducted those points, they would be sitting 10th right now in their league. This, I think, is showing just how great Wayne Rooney is to motivate players. I think he can come into Everton. Obviously, he played at Everton, started his career there, scored that amazing goal against Arsenal, then went to Manchester United, where obviously we know what he did there, came back to Everton. So it's not like he doesn't know the system here at Everton. He definitely could be a very good fit. Now, you could say that Derby definitely still need Wayne Rooney, and Wayne Rooney really isn't losing out if he stays at Derby, because what's happened here, if they get relegated, doesn't matter. They were down so many points that it was kind of predicted. If he keeps them up, this is going to be massive for his going forward, for his managerial, and just a feather in his cap. And therefore, again, there's really no downside for him staying at Derby. If he goes to Everton, same thing though too, because if Everton go down, you can really blame Rafa Benitez and not Wayne Rooney. If he keeps him up, again, he gets praise here. So this is why I think it'd be a very good move for Wayne Rooney. But again, I could see him not taking this role as of right now because he does have a good situation at Derby County. Now, the third manager who I think could be a very good fit then is Frank Lampard. Yes, the ex-manager from Chelsea who has been sitting on the sideline for quite some time, I think could be a very good fit for this team as well. The reason why is, like I said with Wayne Rooney, is that right now this club is in turmoil. They're just a sinking ship. If Frank Lampard comes in, does great, keeps them up, again, he gets the praise that he deserves. If they go down, he doesn't get any slack for that because, again, they've been just doing so bad. You're going to blame Rafa Benitez. So, therefore, it gives Frank Lampard a little bit of cushion, to say the least, for this team. Again, if he can come in and somehow keep them up, which they are already still going to stay up, but if you can keep them afloat, not lose many more games, this is going to be a good position for him. Hopefully, he can bring in some transfers during this window yet. That's going to be key for him. Again, to get some players that he enjoys to bring into the squad, to inject some youth, some talent into this club, because they definitely need something along those lines. And I think Frank Lampard might be in the front running for this position. Now, the fourth one, who I think is also a very good option, is Sean Dyche, who again was Aston Villa's manager earlier this season. He was let go, where Stephen G took over, and has definitely done a lot better than Sean Dyche. Now, why I think he could be an option is because he's familiar with the Premier League. He knows how to work with some of these smaller clubs. He hasn't had a big club like, say, Chelsea or Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and so on and so on. And so he's used to working with a club like this. He's used to that relegation battle where, again, he knows when he needs out players, how to battle for matches and get the best out of his players to stay afloat. And again, I think he could be a very good option. He's been on the sidelines for a couple months now. Him coming in, I think he can bring in a few key players from maybe Aston Villa that aren't getting the playing time that they want. Also, he probably has a few other key players that he's been looking at to bring in, and therefore he could definitely be a good manager for Everton. And then the last manager happens to be Nuno, who obviously was let go by Tottenham this year. Had a really good run with Wolves last season. The season before that, came to Tottenham, started off very well, beat Manchester City a 1-0 goal, and looked very well, even won Manager of the Month at the beginning of this season. But after things went the way they went, they obviously had to let him go. In his last match, they lost to Manchester United. This could be another good opportunity for him to regain some of that status that he had when he was at Wolves, to kind of bring him back up to where he needs to be. Now, I'm not too sure, since obviously he doesn't need a position right now. He was let go by Tottenham earlier this season, so he's obviously still getting paid and doesn't need to take on a job currently. But this might be a good fit for him because, again, a lot of managers don't like to sit on the sidelines for too long. They want to come back in, implement their system, and start building again. And this could be a very good opportunity for him to build a very good club at Everton. As long as he gets the backing from the board, Nuno could definitely turn this ship around. So that is all I have for you today in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below, but also comment down below who you think Everton should sign as their manager. Was this a smart decision to let go of Rafa Benitez? Should they have kept him? I want to know what you think. I'm very curious. So that is all, and I will see you next time.